an accusation about Jay-Z and Diddy and a teenager, 13-year-old teenager.
Right.
And we were speaking about just the statement.
Right.
The statement, you were saying you felt like that was calculated.
The statement is something you can tell it's written by a lawyer. Because there's a point where it kind of gets aggressive. He says, you're gonna find out, like how I'll handle this. And that's an attorney want to be combative with another attorney. That's not like the publicist would say those things.
Everybody. In other words, Jay-Z has been doing everything but taking a simple DNA test. It's really easy to fix with a mouth swab if you're not the father. On the other hand, Rymir Satterthwaite has always maintained that Jay-Z is his biological father. His story hasn't changed despite the fact that he has filed multiple cases and appeared in court. There has been no test or statement, and Jay has remained mute while only attorneys have spoken, now that 50 Cent has entered the discussion. Things start to become heated. 50 is never involved for the sake of drinking tea, as you already know. Reports state that he is currently offering Rymir legal support. Yes, 50 Cent is in favor of this paternity dispute. Before we talk about what Jay is now working on, let's
doing so much and running, and it just really dawned on me. It's the man that my mom was underage when she consumed me. Anyone who'd have been older.
Because instead of accepting the test and clearing Jay-Z's name, his legal team allegedly started to play hardball. They denied jurisdiction, sealed documents, resisted in court, and generally made it as difficult as possible for Rymir to be heard at all. At one point, they even claimed that Rymir's native state of New Jersey's courts lacked the power to make Jay-Z undergo a test. Really? A billionaire evading a DNA test by taking advantage of legal loopholes. Several people were offended by it. It starts to feel less like a personal problem and more like a cover-up at this stage. Wanda, Rymir's mother, supplied sworn declarations, medical records, and ancient paperwork. Rymir's birth certificate even listed a man who later denied ever having been his father. Consequently, that name was removed. Jay-Z was able to end the conversation and at least take the test as a result. There was stillness though. The story is making headlines again now that 50 Cent has taken over. Whether he is acting in genuine support or just to make things interesting, his activities are compelling people to go through all of the prior court files and public documents.
Look, ask for money. I don't do interviews just saying, hey, Jay-Z, give me your money, or I'm coming at the Jay-Z for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, what is it really? Why you? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over.
Because it appears like something more important is taking place behind the scenes when the chronology is examined more closely. Jay's crew will fight back harder with legal fighting in silence rather than evidence. The more pressure Rymir puts on them, especially now that 50 Cent is on his side. And that silence? It says a lot. If the story had been about a young man trying to get a check or gain influence, Jay could have destroyed it with a single cotton swab. But he didn't. For more than a decade, he has allowed this to continue. And every year it gains momentum. Now that 50 Cent is reviving it, people are starting to ask questions about it. For instance, there is a significant legal issue, not just a family one. If Wanda's assertion that she first met Jay when she was 15 is true, this could be the cause of the years-long silence from the media, because it goes beyond fatherhood. It makes use of age of consent laws, concerns about possible exploitation, and the way that power can suppress challenging reality. Furthermore, none of Jay's gang is equipped to face that storm head-on. Thus, it is no longer only a matter of whether Jay-Z is Rymir's father.
Yeah, it's like this, Black excellence, they're sitting there it's the billionaire brunch.
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year.
And that's what makes this particular circumstance so special. Rymir no longer only speaks for himself. He now stands for a larger concept, the capacity of powerful individuals to hide the truth and evade accountability. He's not pushing a mixtape, brand deals, or popularity-seeking podcasts. He is basically just a man with a question, backed up by court documents and an anecdote from his childhood, and he's been ignored for almost a decade. That tells you everything. When you take into account the alleged intimidation, which includes the drive-by shooting, the car in the yard, and the unnerving surveillance like pestering, you can see why this case appears so ominous. If what Rymir and Dr. Coley are claiming is true, this is much more than a paternity issue. The extent people will go to in order to protect their empires, reputations, and legacies has come to serve as a warning. The media's silence should not be disregarded either. A topic with this many facets: police reports, court filings, public accusations, and celebrity connections makes you question why the mainstream media won't even cover it. Is the evidence insufficient? Or is it the fear of billion-dollar retaliation from influential people? Because people with the means and connections can simply twist narratives, as we have seen. After all, Rymir isn't asking for a throne. He's asking for nothing more than a DNA test. And the longer that simple test is evaded, the more the public will wonder what more is being hidden.
Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay-Z's your father?
I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not as far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot. Been seeing a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like, this can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, you know, it's not fair.
It becomes much stranger at this point. Rymir and his guardian, Dr. Lily Coley, are no longer just fighting Jay-Z. They now face off against the New Jersey legal system itself. They have filed lawsuits against several judges and government officials, claiming that the courts not only ignored their case, but also made an effort to block it. We're discussing missing court records, falsified real estate records, and even Lily's loss of her guardianship authority over Rymir. They have receipts too, so this isn't just rumors. They have gathered court records, schedules, and years' worth of evidence showing how Jay-Z was supposedly protected by the system. Every time they were about to get a court order requiring a DNA test, something would either disappear or an irrational decision would be made. Now think about this. Who really sues judges unless they have a good reason? It's not an easy decision. Suing officials and judges is risky and shows that they are serious about their business. Most people would be gone by now, but Lily and Rymir are still at odds. In addition to filing lawsuits, they are also pushing for a change in the law. They are advocating for the Pro Se Equal Access to Justice Act. Essentially, the new law will give regular people an equal chance to compete with seasoned attorneys, especially those representing themselves in court. The rich and famous, let's face it, play a completely different game in court. And that needs to be fixed. Consequently, this is no longer solely about Jay-Z calling out the court system's failures. To protect powerful people is turning into a full-fledged legal action. Rymir and Lily aren't out here attempting to influence others. They are looking for accountability. And that's why the whole story is so bizarre. From paternity drama to court corruption, this case has touched on all fronts. The fight has moved beyond the celebrity to include attacks on the system that is supposed to provide equal opportunities for all. The issue is that before suing judges and accusing them of corruption in public, you need concrete evidence. You don't just do things for no reason. Resources, courage, and trust that the truth is on your side are necessary. It makes the issue even more serious. Money is not the primary cause, and this is not just a personal grudge. It entails holding people accountable in areas that aren't often looked at, and that alone should receive attention. To uncover what they believe to be a secret, they are risking everything. Now I'm throwing it to everyone. What do you really think is going on here? Is Jay-Z hiding something more significant than a disagreement about paternity? Or is this a long-running, haphazard misunderstanding that went awry? Do you think 50 Cent is only trolling as usual, or is he actually helping to bring attention to a bigger problem? How do you feel about Lily and Rymir questioning the justice system itself? Is that boldness or a last-ditch effort? At any rate, it's bold. Let's talk about it seriously. Share your thoughts in the comments section. Our